This video represents a possible corridor for a road link between Powell River and Squamish. It is a preliminary rendering only, but will give some idea of the terrain encountered along the way. The representation has been rendered by best fit from trim mapping and satellite imaging, so the corridor shown may be somewhat distorted in places. It is meant to show that a corridor may exist along the route shown. The video will include a high elevation perspective overview, followed by a lower level fly-through, and then a closer consideration of the contrast between an 18-kilometer section of high elevation, high construction cost, high maintenance road, and a 3-kilometer long tunnel to eliminate it. Remember, this is a corridor, actually more than 100 meters wide, not a road. Where actual road does exist and can be incorporated, the corridor is colored red. Where road does not exist at all, the corridor is colored black. Some alternate routes are in green. Remember also, this is a possible route only. It will take a ground-proof survey to confirm if it is actually a physical and economic possibility. We are now at the point where we need to carry out that survey. For this consideration, we will leave Highway 101 in the Dixon Road area south of Powell River. We're passing Loess Lake now to the right. Now we're coming in alongside Dodd Lake to the right. Now we're passing Windsor Lake to the right. Down into Goat Lake on the left. Now we're starting up the Eldred River Valley. We'll leave the old existing road and climb rapidly with a couple of complex switchbacks to reach the pass over into the Jarvis drainage. Down into the Squaka drainage and up to an old existing crossing site. And then we'll swing up the Hanation River Valley. And into a side drainage valley. A choice can be made here to go left for a tunnel or right up over a very high elevation pass. We'll follow the route over the pass. Now we'll drop down into the Sims Creek drainage. You'll notice that the tunnel ending was at the end of the green line. So we'll continue on down the Sims drainage here. Now we're entering into the Ilaho drainage. As we proceed down here, you'll notice there's a large network of existing roads. Some of them may be usable. We'll have to determine which ones on the ground. Now we enter into the Squamish drainage. Most of the road system in here has been established for a long time. Main lines are probably quite usable, with very little upgrading required in most cases, but again that will have to be determined on the ground. As we get to the outskirts of Squamish, we will stop and then we'll go back and do a low-level fly-through of the same route. Starting from Dixon Road, we proceed up alongside Lois Lake. We continue up a well-established road. We're going alongside Dodd Lake now. We proceed past Windsor Lake and down into Goat Lake. Follow along Goat Lake, and again well-established road that's been here for a long time, and up into the Aldred Valley network. These roads will require upgrade to some extent. Then we leave and travel up into new road location. There's some tight switchbacks getting through here, down into the Jarvis drainage. We follow up along Squawka to the old crossing site, back down again, and up into the Venetian drainage. These roads will have to be upgraded here again. As we leave the Venetian, it will be new road up the side valley, and we have our point of decision to go through a tunnel or to continue on around up the valley and over a high elevation pass. This road is very high elevation, would require extensive winter maintenance. And we come out again now near where the tunnel would come out and down into the Sims drainage. Again, new road mostly in here. Follow it on down and into the Elaho drainage, where again we have existing road network which will have to be gone over to see how much upgrade will need to be required. Follow this down and into the Squamish drainage. Again, an old established network of roads in here, many of which will be usable with minimum upgrade, but still has to be assessed on the ground. But it gives a very good idea of the terrain that we're traveling through and the need for ground-proof survey. Coming out into the outskirts of Squamish here now. And that's it there. Now we'll go back and have a look at the alternate route using the tunnel. Let's go back now and have a look at the tunnel location. The tunnel will be represented as a simplified cylinder through the mountain. Note the time taken to go through here. At an approximate same rate of speed, we're going to go back and follow the pass to show how much difference in time is involved. Let's go back now and follow the route around the pass. The corridor is a little distorted in places due to the image representation, but it follows along the edge of a high drop before going through the pass. Note the green line that represents where the tunnel runs through underneath. And now we emerge at the same places what the tunnel would emerge, and on down the Sims Creek drainage. Thank you for considering our preliminary concept for this road proposal. This ends our presentation.